Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to a little kind of a podcast-esque video. Not really sure. It's not going to be that long, but just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on 2.1 and the characters coming out, and specifically how I plan on building a team around 3 of the new characters coming out. First things first, 2.1 looks great. Excited for that. In terms of wishing, the Ball Sara banner looks quite enticing. I'm a big fan of Sara. I think she looks really cool. She's like Electro Bennett, a lot of people are saying. She gives attack buffs almost constantly, which sounds really good, and she does well with other Electro characters. And then Ball, I recently lost 50-50 on Kazuha, so I have guaranteed pity, and I'll have enough wishes to guarantee Ball, so hopefully I can get, or the Raiden Shogun, I should say. So I have enough wishes to get the Raiden Shogun, and hopefully I can get Sara in that amount of wishes as well. I probably won't spend any money for Sara. If I don't get her, I don't get her. We can throw Fischl in there or something. But hopefully we can get Sara and Raiden Shogun. And then the third character that I will be trying to add to this team is Aloy. So Aloy is the new character coming out. I believe right after 2.1 update is released on the PlayStation, we will be able to acquire her via in-game mail. So she's just going to be there for free, 5-star character, ready to go. She looks like a Cryo Yoimiya with better skill expression. Yoimiya's E just kind of, she does a little shing, and then her basic attacks are Pyro. And then her ultimate is not great. Aloy has a very flashy ultimate, big explosion, similar kind of style, but it's just a 1 tick of damage, pretty high damage as well. And then her skill is better than Yoimiya's because you throw a grenade, it does damage, you gain passive stacks which increase your normal attack damage, as well as infusing your basic attacks with cryo. So you get a similar effect at the end of it. You use your basic attacks, they have cryo enhanced, similar to Keqing, Hu Tao, Ayaka, that sort of thing. They all have similar infuse your basic attacks with X element, and then deal extra damage based on your damage bonus multipliers. But Yoimiya is the only one where it's kind of just, bink, now my skill just makes her basic attacks Pyro. That's all it does. It doesn't really do anything else. I mean, it increases your normal attack damage, but, you just press E and that it happens, right? All the other characters that have similar skills are doing something else with that, right? Ayaka is a little bit different. She uses her sprint to infuse her basic attacks, but her skill is something else, right? It has a knock-up. Hu Tao cuts her current HP by 1/3. She gets extra pyro damage and from being less than 50% HP, and she gains attack based on her max HP when she uses her skill. Keqing gets a initial skill damage as well as a teleport that can be aimed, and then her basic attacks are Electro. So all of these other characters kind of have this elemental infusion on their basic attacks, have something else to go along with their skill. Yoimiya doesn't, so she kind of has a bit of an issue there where she doesn't have as much fun put into her kit. Not to mention her ultimate requires her to leave the field, which is kind of lame for a main DPS. So that's a little interesting that they chose to do it that way. But we're talking about Aloy. She looks really fun. I'm planning on building her with Hamayumi, the new Inazuma bow, which gives normal attack bonus damage and doubles that damage when you have your ultimate up. And Aloy has a 40 energy cost ultimate, which means she'll have it up a lot as well. In this specific team I have built for her, she's going to have her ultimate up regardless of how much energy recharge she has herself. So the current plan is Diona as the healer, unless I get Chi-Chi somehow. Down the road, Chi-Chi will replace Diona. But for now, it's Diona who will provide the shielding and the healing, as well as one half of the cryo resonance. Then Aloy, who will complete the cryo resonance, giving crit rate, will run Blizzard Strayer. She'll be good with like 40% crit rate on her stats. She'll be able to deal all the crits she wants, every single one. We won't have the Frozen passive because other two members on our team are Electro, but c'est la vie. We do also have the PlayStation exclusive bow that I will try out eventually, but right now I don't have it, so I'm leveling up Hamayumi, as well as the fact that the PlayStation exclusive bow is PlayStation exclusive. So you won't be able to have it on PC, which is where I play most of the time anyway. So I'll review that bow eventually down the line after I have Hamayumi built. But since I'll be playing on the PC, I probably won't use that bow very often. I think Hamayumi fits her very well. So the other two members of the team will be Sara and Ball. So we'll have the Cryo Resonance and the Electro Resonance for this team. And the only reaction we'll be proccing is Superconduct. So Superconduct isn't going to be super great for this team because no one is basic attacking with physical damage except for Ball when she's out of her ultimate. Sara will not be basic attacking, and Diona will never basic attack, ever. So, and Aloy obviously has Cryo Infusion when her skill is up, so she's going to be dealing cryo damage with her basic attacks, and Ball's ultimate will be dealing electro damage. So, we're not going to get a lot out of the Superconduct defense resistance decrease, physical resistance decrease rather. So there is a little bit of that we're missing out on, but Superconduct still does deal damage, and it deals cryo damage, which is important for the first time ever. Superconduct will finally have a good purpose, specifically for Aloy. In this comp, dealing cryo damage will leave enemies affected by cryo, which will help increase Diona and Aloy's crit rate significantly. So we're getting a near constant cryo affliction to all enemies in the area. Aloy's going to be able to basic attack, use her skill, use her ultimate. She's going to deal a ton of damage. When her ult isn't up, she runs off the field. We throw Sara out. She gets her attack buff off from her skill. Ball comes in with her ultimate, throwing stuff. She puts her skill on, right? Which lasts for like 20 seconds or something crazy like that, and like periodically deals electro damage like Oz from Fischl's skill, which will allow Aloy to deal Superconduct damage on herself while she's out on the field dealing damage with her basic attacks. Diona throws her shield, throws a healing field every once in a while. My Diona is C3 right now, so she's not going to be granting Elemental Mastery, so we lose a little bit of that damage. But I'm not going to wish on the Yoimiya banner to get more Dionas, because I'll end up with Yoimiya, and that is the opposite of what we want. So yeah, that's kind of the basic idea. We talked a little bit about Yoimiya and how I'm struggling with her on my other account. This will be on the main account, the Hutao account, Rosaria and such. Oh, that reminds me. For the showcase right now, I'm already pretty far behind in terms of building these characters. Sara and Ball, Raiden Shogun, rather, will be using all sorts of new 2.1 materials that we don't have access to right now. So I'm gathering what I can for them that is available to me right now. Dendrobium, handguards, that sort of thing. In anticipation for them, I already have like 160 plus Dendrobium, so I think we're good on that. But I need a lot of handguards for the Raiden Shogun. And then Electro Crystals we need a ton of, but we're going to be fighting the new Electro Boss a lot to get their Ascension materials, so we'll be working through that, so that's fine. And then I have to also ascend Aloy and Diona. So this is like 4 new characters, trying to raise them all at the same time. I'm going to need like 10 million Mora and 1200 Heroes Wit. So we're already pretty far behind. I'm going to be focusing on Aloy first, since I am guaranteed to get her. I can gather materials for her right now. She needs the Crystal Marrow, and I have plenty of that already. I think she needs Books of Freedom, so hopefully on Sunday I can start gathering those, unless I can do those today, which is Saturday. I don't think so. I think Freedom is Monday, Thursday, but that's besides the point. So there's a lot of Cryo Crystals to gather, Electro Crystals, Heroes Wit, Mora, all that stuff, times 4 for all the characters I have, not to mention talent books, and all the millions of materials I'm going to need for all of that, and the resin that's going to go into all 4 of those characters. So it's going to be a while before I can actually like showcase this team, but the idea is there. I think it sounds like a pretty solid team. The Electro Resonance is going to be giving energy recharge. The Cryo Resonance is going to be giving crit rate. We're going to have Ball and Sara. They're going to both be on the Emblem of Severed Fate. I think that's what it's called. The new energy recharge, ult damage buffing set. Diona will be doing probably Maiden's Beloved and Millilith, because both her skill and her ultimate scale with max HP. So I think we're going to try that. Try to give her as much healing on her ultimate as possible, as well as a strong shield. And the Aloy will be running full Blizzard Strayer. So right off the bat, when 2.1 comes out, we're going to try to raise Aloy as quickly as possible. I have a Blizzard Strayer set that I'm going to borrow from Rosaria. We'll have Hamayumi at level 80. We'll do her at level 80. Aloy is at level 80 as well. And try to do a little bit of showcase there. I may need to farm for a Cryo Damage Cup. I'm not sure if I have one, because my Rosaria is physical. But that's kind of the idea. For Sara and Ball, it's both going to be Energy Recharge Sands and Electro Damage Goblet. And then Sara will have crit rate on the circlet, and Raiden Shogun will have crit damage. And then Diona, it'll be probably HP healing bonus, just to give her as much HP as possible. She'll be running, Diona will be running the Sacrificial Bow to give her a lot of cryo energy. This will help keep Aloy's ult up at all times to maximize Hamayumi's passive. Sara will be running Favonius Warbow, maybe Stringless. I have an R5 Stringless level 90 that I use on Venti, but Venti's not in this team, so I could give Sara the Stringless, which would help with her ultimate damage, which is what I'm kind of really hyped for, is her fat ulti damage, which has a really nice multiplier all the way up to level 8. I think it's like 700% or something. So that's there's a lot of potential there. And then Aloy will be running Hamayumi, and we'll test out the PlayStation Bow to see which one is better. If the PlayStation Bow is so much better that it forces me to play my account on PlayStation, I'll let you know, but I doubt it. And then Ball will be running Favonius Lance, unless the catch is free. I was on honeyhunterworld.com. I think that's the URL. I'll link it in the description. It's great. Fantastic resource if you're looking for potential information. None of it's confirmed, obviously. It's basically all just hearsay, so take it with a grain of salt. But the catch is a pole arm that is coming out in 2.1. We are assuming. I believe it showed up somewhere in the live stream that they did the other day. And if its stats are true, then it comes with energy recharge and ultimate crit rate and damage, I believe. So it's just perfect for Ball. She'll be running Favonius Lance unless the catch is real, which it also is assumed that the catch will be a free event weapon, which we can fully refine. Potentially the fishing event, or the new fishing mechanic that is coming in 2.1. Just assuming by the name, the catch, I'm assuming that has something to do with the fishing event, so maybe we can fish for refinements or get a quest after we catch something specific. Who knows? So if we can fully refine it, then we're going to get a lot of crit rate and crit damage and energy recharge for that polearm. And it looks fantastic, aesthetically pleasing, I think. So if we can do that, then that weapon will be what we'll use as opposed to the Favonius Lance. But we're leveling that up right now, just in case. Somebody will use it eventually. So yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. I rambled on for 17 minutes now, but I think you got the gist. I enjoy doing this kind of rambling on. This is unscripted too. I can't believe I stayed on topic for that long. But if you guys are interested in my thoughts on things, Genshin Impact related or otherwise, I did a video like this a while ago on Star Wars: The Last Jedi. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a good time. I was super tired, so that one is a little less rambling, but I make some fantastic points. The Last Jedi is a great movie, so shut up. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Ba 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 ba.